We're only halfway through the first month of 2025 and we already have the JW Anderson Spring Summer Collection. So let's talk about it. If you guys are unfamiliar with the JW Anderson collaborations, let me give you guys a quick rundown. These collaborations with UNIQLO are in partnership with British designer Jonathan Anderson. All of the pieces from this collection have some type of British heritage influences, like the last one we saw for the fall-winter collection. While the previous collection took inspiration from coastal fishermen, this one focuses more on a preppier aesthetic. Now, preppy might not be my go-to aesthetic or the first thing that comes to mind when you look at me or my content. As somebody who's in this space, I'm always going to experiment and try new things, and I encourage you guys to do the same as well if something catches your eye. All the pieces from today's video are actually from the women's section. Now, the men's section had very similar pieces, sometimes the exact same item, but the fit was entirely different. The men's pieces focus on oversized clothing, while the women's items focus on cropped and boxy pieces. As a shorter individual who is 5'5" and 132 pounds, I'm going to gravitate towards the pieces that fit me more proportionately, and in this case, they were from the women's section. Do not get thrown off by sections and labels, because at the end of the day, a lot of the pieces at UNIQLO, whether they're collaborations or part of their regular line, are essentially unisex, except based on your proportions, they're going to fit you differently. I encourage you guys to ignore the labels and ignore the sections and just focus on how the items fit. With that said, let's get started. The first item we're talking about is the boxy crew neck. I'm wearing an off-white colorway in a size extra small, and this comes in at 60 Canadian dollars. As you can see, because of my overall stature, I can get away wearing an extra small, and it does fit me proportionately well. The sleeves still hit my wrist, and as you can see, the boxy crop fit over here cuts off directly at my waistline, where my belt is on my jeans. Now, when it comes to sizing, it's different and difficult because these items are from the women's section, but personally, a rule of thumb would be go at least 1 to 2 sizes up from your true size. I opted for an extra small here, but I think I would have gone for a size small and would have fit me a little better, or at least in line with the preferences of how I want my clothing to fit me. Going 1 to 2 sizes up means I wouldn't have to sacrifice the crop, but as you go up in sizes, you're gonna have extra fabric in the sleeves over here. I don't mind going up 1 size with a little extra fabric, but 2 would be pushing it for my personal preference. Honestly, this is one of the best collections I've seen, and what I really love about these collaborations is that we still get JW Anderson branding on it, like we have here stamped in on the sleeve. From the fit to the price, this one checks off all the boxes for me, and if you're on the hunt for a cropped or boxy crew neck, then I think you guys should check out this particular collection. Next up, we have the rugby polo. I'm wearing a size extra small in the off-white colorway, and this comes in at 50 Canadian dollars. The reason I keep opting for extra small is to emphasize the fact that I could fit into this piece if I wanted to. When it comes to the sleeve length, it works and it hits me directly at the wrist. When it comes to my chest measurements, I'm not squeezing into this particular piece over here. I can easily wear this, and it still has some room because it's slightly boxy in terms of the fit. The only thing about this particular piece is the exaggerated crop. Now for me, I would have personally gone up 2 sizes on this to reduce that exaggerated crop and still have the item fit me somewhat proportionately. This exact item is available in the men's section as well in an oversized version, which might work for you if you're looking for something more standard or if you're a taller individual. If you're a shorter individual like myself, the women's section isn't a bad way for you guys to get things that are slightly more proportionate and in terms of having something that hits you closer to the waist. Rugby polos are trending right now. This one is super lightweight as well, so it's easy to dress up in the spring and summer if you want to go to a nicer place or looking to go for a preppier aesthetic. The fit on this is amazing, but I would recommend you guys go at least 2 sizes up on this particular piece, or go in store and try it out to see what size works best for you. The final item we're going to talk about today is the Oxford shirts. I'm wearing the striped green colorway right now in a size extra small, and these come in at 50 Canadian dollars. While the boxy crew neck is a little easier to integrate into any wardrobe, adding an Oxford shirt with a preppier aesthetic isn't the easiest thing to do if you don't have pieces to complement it. However, it's not that hard to actually implement this shirt into your wardrobe as you might think. One of the biggest struggles as a shorter individual is finding a button-up that looks proportionate to me without having to tuck it in. That's why I opt for crop pieces, because it hits me closer to the waist and looks more like a standard button-up on me. And this piece is a perfect example of that. This one is going to be great for the summertime. If you guys pair this with some shorts or some loafers and pants, this is pretty much a complete outfit over here. The lightweight, breathable fabric makes it easy to style in the summertime as well. As you guys can see, I can get away with wearing an extra small, but for this particular item, I did pick up a size small to show you guys the difference between the two. Now I switched into a size small to show you guys the differences and show you why I would opt to go at least one size larger than my true to size. As you guys can see, the crop isn't as exaggerated and hits me a little bit lower on my waistline, which is a little bit more in my comfort zone in comparison to that exaggerated crop that I showed you guys earlier with the previous pieces. The sleeve length also still works for me, and there isn't a lot of extra fabric in the arms either. When I turn to the side, you guys can see the boxy effect more clearly, so when you guys size up, you are going to be sacrificing some level of slimness and going for a slightly more oversized fitting item. Going a size up is more in my comfort zone than the exaggerated crops, while not sacrificing the overall proportions and shape. This one is a little more personal to you, so I recommend going in store and figuring out what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. This shirt comes in 3 colorways, and I'm definitely going to be reaching back for the other 2 in a size small as well. This is going to be a great shirt for the summertime, and I don't have to lean too much into the preppy aesthetic. I have pieces in my wardrobe that I can integrate with this for a smart casual streetwear style or a nice day party or brunch fit without having to worry about tucking anything into my pants. I can leave it untucked and it hits me really close to a waistline and still looks good. I know I didn't review everything in today's video, and there's one item that I do recommend you guys check out that wasn't featured, and that's the jeans from this collection. They have a great fit to them, and if you guys are looking for a new pair to add to your spring and summer collection, then I definitely recommend you guys check it out. As for the pieces tried on today, now I know I opted for the women's pieces, but it was to show you guys that you don't have to worry about the sections you shop in. Go for what works best with your proportions, and UNIQLO does a great job of creating unisex pieces that you really can't tell what section they're from. At the end of the day, if you're a taller individual and oversized looks better on you, go for oversized. And if you're a shorter individual like myself and you have to go for crop pieces, then go for the crop pieces because it's going to work best for you. I really like the versatility of this collection, and I know it leans towards the preppy side, but there are pieces that you can easily integrate into your wardrobe to create smart casual outfits without going overboard and buying a lot of new pieces to create a preppy aesthetic based wardrobe. At the end of the day, the focus is on integrating pieces that work well with what you already have. What I really love is that UNIQLO doesn't take away from the true essence from the designer that creates these collaborations. You can see a lot of J.W. Anderson influences on these pieces, and we're not sacrificing quality in them either. In fact, we're actually getting a really great quality for an even lower price point from what regular J.W. Anderson retails are. You're getting UNIQLO price points for a nice quality piece, and I certainly recommend you guys check it out if you guys are doing your spring and summer shopping. The crew neck and the Oxford shirts were definitely the standout pieces for me, but let me know down in the comment section below what you guys like best from this collection. And that's it for today's video, but if you guys still plan to watch more content, then check out one of these 2 videos linked over here for you. And if that's still not enough, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I am Canadian, so I will still be posting on TikTok as well. So if you guys aren't from the States, sorry about that. You guys can follow me over there as well. With that said, guys, thank you for all of your support. It always means the world to me. And as always, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.